Stop wasting time on LinkedIn strategies that don't work in 2025. And in this video, I'm going to show you how I doubled my client base in just 3 months without spending time on ads. Well, before I reveal the strategies, okay, I want to take a little back. I want to quote a backstory. Okay, so when I moved online from Facebook to LinkedIn, I remember, I guess it was mid of 2023. And honestly, I wasn't starting from the scratch. Okay. I had already built a multi six-figure business using organic strategies on Facebook that converted followers into high paying clients without ads, without tech, without AI. But here is what I discovered. While the platforms might change, the psychology of connection does not. So I did not reinvent the wheel. What really worked for me on Facebook was clarity, authority, and genuine conversations, right? And that's exactly what I did. I went ahead and I implemented this exact framework that has been working for me on Facebook, on LinkedIn as well. Because when you understand how decision makers think, it doesn't matter whether it is a Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok or Instagram. Platforms can change, but the psychology of the decision makers remains the same, right? So since I had already learned what has been working, I did not reinvented the wheel. I refined it when I started, on LinkedIn in 2023. So by adapting to my proven offer, the content framework, I was able to build a LinkedIn ecosystem, and I was able to double my client base in just 3 months without touching paid ads or technical overwhelm or anything as such. And here is what I learned along the way. Well, hold on. Before I reveal the secrets, I want you to go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Turn on the bell notification so every time we upload a video, you get notified. And if you get value from this, please do share this video because sharing is caring, and also like the video. All right. So the secret number one is your profile on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok is not a billboard. It's a magnet. Think about this. Okay. So what I see a lot of people doing right now in the entrepreneurial space is it's all about me, me, me. Like, honestly, nobody cares about me. How much money I made, how many clients I worked with, nobody cares about it. What people really care about is what is in it for me. So think about your profile as a storefront of a high-end boutique. Yeah. If the display is cluttered or clumsy or confusing, people just walk away, right? Not because the product is bad, but because your message did not catch their attention, right? So your headline, the summary, your cover picture is really not about you. It is about your clients. What are they searching for? Right. So when I reframed my headline to focus on my audience pains, desires, and not on my achievements, my profile views jumped 150% in just 1 week. Because when your profile tells a clear story, people feel seen, not sold to, right? Secret number two, the 80-20 rule that builds trust faster. Now, let's be honest, there are a lot of experts, entrepreneurs like you and me, who are just posting content for the sake of posting. I've even heard people saying like, oh my God, I heard from a coach, who said that post 5 to 10 times a day, and I'm just getting burnt out. I don't know what should I even post. Well, forget about posting every day. And probably this could be the advice you might be hearing from me only. I'm not sure. But then my clients have said this to me, right? You don't need more noise. Because even if you post once or you post 5 times, if your posts are not converting, posting 5 times or 10 times is not going to make it convert more. Does that make sense? So you need more intention and meaningful post, right? Here is how I follow this. 80% of your content should educate, inspire, and connect with your ideal clients. The 20%, of course, you need to sell your offers. You need to invite them to take the next step with you. You need to invite them to be in your world. So that's only 20%. But 80% of your content is done to position you as an authority, as an expert in your industry. Does that make sense? So when you do that, people don't feel like you're pitching your services all the time. They feel pulled in, right? So one single well-crafted post, can really build that balance, and it can help you sign premium clients in just a week's time, right? And it's always about the law of reciprocity. So everyone loves, to naturally give back when you give value first. So I always believe like in giving is receiving. So give value first and let people naturally feel like they want to give you back. Does that make sense? Secret number 3. Oh my God, the most underrated sales strategy on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, or even TikTok is engagement, right? So if your feed is quiet, if you're not getting, your impressions or reach on your post, don't blame the algorithms. Do this one thing and come back and comment on this video, or reach out to me on my social media and tell me if this has changed or not. Okay, if your strategy is just posting and ghosting, trust me, you're leaving a lot of money on the table. You need to understand how can you build more visibility. And the only way I see to build more visibility is to start dropping meaningful comments on the posts by the top industry voices, or even with your colleagues, or even with your ideal clients, right? And not the comments of great post, amazing, incredible, not those one word posts nobody cares about. I mean, one word comments nobody cares about, but honestly, like real insights, okay? Because trust me, when you drop a comment with intention, it builds authority. People see you as an expert, and commenting does lower their guard. So when you are messaging them if you're reaching out to them on a messenger, their guard is already lowered, because obviously they have seen you enough commenting on their post, right? What if I tell you, by just using this strategy, you become the name who they see so much, and people will reach out to you saying that, hey, I keep seeing your name on my comments. Thank you for engaging. What exactly do you do? Can you tell me about your offers? And oh my God, that's just gold. Trust me, when you get an inbound inquiry or a lead asking, what do you do? Trust me, it feels so good, right? You're not chasing people, you're attracting people through a strategy. Does that make sense? So what if I tell you that one of those conversations, one of those, like we've got many, by the way, but this really literally turned into a $15,000 client, not because I was selling, but because I was seen, right? So this is like, okay, the more people see your name in context, the more they trust you subconsciously, right? Secret number 4. Do not ever send copy paste messages to everyone who is following you or connecting with you. Rather, personalize your messages. Rather than saying someone like, hey, love to connect with you, let's connect message, people don't even open, people don't even care, and that is not even authentic, guys. Reference something personal. We do it slightly different, right? And by the way, if you feel like you can't do all of these things, you can always, hire someone else to do it. Like I have a complete team of growth assistants where I help my clients to grow their socials without doing this heavy lifting for them, right? But anyway, that's a part, okay? So reference something personal, like a post they shared, a quote they mentioned, or a belief that they shared, or maybe a hobby that they have spoke about. So the one touch effort, that one touch point of you referencing something from their profile, this is actually called as emotional mirroring, right? So that makes people instantly be more receptive, lower their guard, and reply to you, because obviously you're referencing something rather than saying, hey, love to connect, nobody's interested, get lost, that's not the vibe, right? So a simple message about a shared thing can really help you build relationships in the long term. Okay, because let's not forget, we trust people who remind us of ourselves. Yeah, so okay, secret number 5, groups. Oh my god, this is the most underrated thing right now. People say, and I hear things like, Facebook groups are dead, LinkedIn groups are dead, LinkedIn groups don't have more scope like Facebook, blah blah blah. Come on, let's be honest. LinkedIn groups are gold mine. Facebook groups are gold mine. And what if I tell you that I was able to make my first 6 figures through a group strategy on Facebook? Yeah, they are hidden opportunities. Of course, not the public and the spammy groups, but there is a complete strategy, and I have an entire program on this. Okay, so groups are not dead, they are just underutilized. Okay, step number 1, find the niche communities in your niche. So when your clients are like, you need to find groups where your clients already hang out. Okay. And when you're part of this group, the most common mistake people do is they keep pitching, they keep promoting, and ultimately they're kicked out of the group. That's not a strategy, right? You don't have to pitch. All you have to do is you have to become a contributor to the group. Now, even now, if you go to a couple of groups on Facebook, you will see as top contribution on my name. Okay, that's because I have been implementing all of this, what I'm sharing here in this video. Contribute, educate, and spark discussions by asking meaningful questions so that you can understand your ideal clients, their pains, problems, desires, challenges on a deeper level. Right? So, what if I tell you that one such group where I shared a case study, and I still remember I was able to collaborate with so many, in the group, and it led me to a client who paid me $12,000, because this is the space where everyone is actually trying to sell. And if you become the person who helps people stand out, you automatically lead as a leader. You build authority. You stand out as an expert. And the only thing that you have to do is contribute, educate, teach, spark discussions. Make sense? Let's move on. Secret number 6. Videos. Oh my God, I cringe on videos. Okay, guys, I have done that. Okay. I remember it's 21st of October today, and 2020 was my first ever video I posted online. Oh my God. Today, when I looked at the video, I literally laughed the way I was. But obviously, you invest in yourself, you become more confident, you do the things over and over again. And over the past 5 years, I've built a muscle where I'm recording this video on YouTube. Oh my God, I can't even believe that I'm doing this. Okay. By the way, why videos? Great question. People do say faceless brand, they're making so much of money and blah, blah, blah. Yes, they are, because they're selling products worth of $7, $97, $497, and they are not high ticket. If we are talking about premium clients who want to pay you $8,000, $5,000, $20,000, $15,000, $25,000, people buy from faces, not from profiles. Okay, so video build trust faster than any other format, because let me tell you, your audience feel like they've already met you when they are seeing you on a video. And honestly, my videos get me 3 times more reach than any other text post or articles or blogs or whatever I've ever shared. Okay, not because it's polished, not because it's edited, but because it leads with value, it educates people, it inspires them, and it's personal, right? So speak to the camera like you would talk to that one ideal client, correct? So authenticity really beats perfection every single time. Okay. Last but not the least, secret number 7. How many of you are really following up with your clients? Or are you just connecting and feeling like, oh my God, I don't want to be salesy. I don't want to be pushy. What if people feel like I'm spamming them? Do you feel that if you follow up? Most people honestly lose deals, lose opportunities to close deals and to serve their clients just because they just connect and forget. Yeah, there is no continuity, right? You need you need to understand that when you connect and continue, that's where the fortune lies, in the follow up. It's not in the emails, it's not posting more, it's not doing any activities more, rather than following up. Maybe because the first time you send them a message, they were busy, right? But now you're sending them a message maybe after 8 weeks or maybe after 3 months. People do reply, and I have had so many people replying to me on my third, fourth message. And I also had a client who joined me, and she's still working with me from past 8 months. And she said that, oh my God, Arjuman, I have seen you for more than a year. I love what you do. She booked the call and she joined my program, you know? So the biggest contract you will be able to sign when you understand how to follow up. And a simple strategy is follow up with a context. So think about what was the previous conversation you ever had with them. And if they have not replied or you haven't replied, just a simple message like, hey, I was wondering, how did that launch go? Hey, I was wondering, you were supposed to get the biggest contract. Were you able to sign? I would be happy to hear. A simple follow-up message that will help them engage with you, and they're more likely to continue the relationship because they know that you are persistent and you are, a business entrepreneur, a business owner who treats their business as a business and not as a hobby, right? Okay, I hope this was helpful. And if it was, please do share your biggest takeaway from this training. All right. Now, the truth is, LinkedIn is not just a place for you to get lucky. Well, in fact, not any other social media platform, whether Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, whatever you're using, these are not the platforms for you to get lucky. It's the place for you to get more strategic, right? So you don't need ads, you don't need tech overwhelm, you don't need the funnels, you don't need viral posts. You need understanding on how to build trust, how to grab people's attention that really works in your favor, and how to tap into or be in front of the decision making that happens online. Right? When you master that, every post becomes an invitation, every connection becomes a lead, and every conversation becomes an opportunity for you to serve your clients on a deeper level. By the way, if you're really ready to learn how to turn conversations, connections into clients, then I invite you to join my upcoming 3-day Lead to Client absolutely free AI challenge. And honestly, this is maybe the first one I'm doing in 2025, where I will show you the exact system that has been working for me, as well as it has helped hundreds of my clients who are experts sign premium clients organically. Okay. And inside this, day number one, we will talk about, I'll show you, in fact, it's not a talking session where I show you demonstration of how to craft an irresistible offer that converts. Day number two, we speak about creating content that builds trust faster. Day number three, we will speak about how to turn the conversations into clients without chasing, begging, or spamming, all done with the help of an AI. So you save time, you save hours, and you feel like you are an entrepreneur, you are a CEO, and you wear the CEO hat so that the business works for you in your favor and you sign up premium clients. By the way, I'm gonna drop the link in the description of this video to join the Lead to Client AI challenge. I will see you inside, and it would be my pleasure to serve you. Talk to you soon, and I hope this was helpful. Take care. See you again.